Hey guys, it's Tom at Fit Station. Today we're going to be going over part of our nutrition series on hormones. We're going to be addressing growth hormone. Growth hormone is extremely important to everybody with regards to your overall health, and particularly athletes or those who want to lose weight, get in shape, those type of things. So the growth hormone is extremely important and of particular note for you. Noteworthy as well is if you're 40 and over, well, your growth hormone levels that you secrete are extremely low. Therefore, you want to definitely take a look at it, and anything that you can do to help increase it is a benefit. So that's one of the things we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss about 11 different ways you can increase your growth hormone naturally. And these are good sound principles with lots of medical research, and we'll cite some things, and I'll probably throw it up on the screen for you too so you can take a look at it at your leisure. But overall, it's just good sound principles, and we'll get into it. So growth hormone. Human growth hormone, HGH, you probably have heard of it. It's produced by the pituitary gland in the body, and it's responsible for many things. When you're younger, it's responsible for helping you grow the bones and things of that nature. As you get older, it still helps you repair and recuperate and utilize fat stores and things of that nature. And it's just one biological procedure in the complex body that has many biological procedures that it goes through on a daily basis. But it's an important one because it regulates or helps to regulate so many different functions. So we've got a lot of notes. We'll get into it, and we'll discuss some of these natural ways you can boost your own growth hormone naturally. So interestingly, your diet and lifestyle choices can significantly affect your HGH. And these are some of the things that we're going to address, how your diet and lifestyle choices affect it, and what you can do to alter, change these different choices in order to enhance your natural production of growth hormone. Okay? So losing body fat is a huge asset to growth hormone. The amount of belly fat that you carry is directly related to your HGH production. I'll bet you didn't know that. That is to say that the more belly fat you carry, and this is particularly predominant more with men than women, but the more belly fat that you carry, the less amount of growth hormone you're going to secrete. Now, these are simple statistics. These are simple documentations of science that are non-refutable. So not here to insult anybody. We are simply here to get the facts. And the fact is, if you lose weight, you're going to increase your growth hormone. It's just that simple. One study observed that those with 3 times the amount of belly fat as a control group had less than half the amount of HGH production as the other group. So think about that. Less than half. That's very significant, particularly again when you get to that 40 and over age, where your production is extremely low. Another study monitored 24-hour release of HGH and found a large decline, again, in those with more abdominal fat. Now, when we talk about abdominal fat, everybody is different. Everybody's body chemistry and makeup is different. Some people with 15% body fat might be totally lean everywhere and then hold a little bit around their belly. That's really not what we're talking about, okay? We're talking about the folks who are probably at the 25% body fat and up level and hold a lot of belly fat and are visibly overweight, okay? And again, the whole idea here is to be honest and to help you to where you can actually utilize this information. We all go through cycles, or we all have been through cycles perhaps, a little heavier at times, a little lighter at times. But this is good sound principles. So the less body fat you have around your stomach area, the more natural production of HGH you're going to increase. Just that simple. And the thing about HGH too is it affects your IGF-1. Okay, and insulin growth factor is actually a very important mechanism utilized by the body to increase strength and muscle growth and those types of things. So if you're embarking on a program to get in better shape, work out, bodybuild, whatever the case might be, if it's athletic oriented, this is extremely important to you. So let's get on with it. So another thing that does help is fasting intermittently. Okay, the studies show that fasting leads to a major increase in HGH levels. Now, once again, we're not talking about the levels that a professional bodybuilder is going to get or a professional athlete is going to get through injection. That's you're not going to be able to attain those types of levels. But we're talking about a major increase based on your baseline, what you're doing now. Okay. So one study found that 3 days into a fast, HGH levels increased by over 300%. Now think about that, 300%, and after a week of fasting, it increased by 1,250%. So it's not typical that you're going to be doing fasting every week, or obviously if you're doing a 3-day fast, you're not going to fast 3 days every week. It just isn't realistic. But you can go through a period of fasting in order to increase your human growth hormone. Ideally, once you increase it, that fasting should also help you lose weight, perhaps some of that, the belly weight that we were just talking about, and you're going to maintain a higher level at that point. And that's really the whole idea. As you implement these different things that we're going to discuss, it should be able to help get elevated and stay elevated. Not necessarily the top every day, okay, but elevated. Okay, and that's really what we're looking for. And we're looking for a lifetime, a daily thing that's going to affect you and assist you daily. Okay. An arginine supplement. Arguably, and I tried this a lot back in the days, you know, you're a natural athlete, you're looking for any and every way to increase hormone levels, to increase your ability to grow muscle, get faster, get stronger, all those types of things. And I tried arginine. It was very, very popular, more so in my day. But it's still a popular mechanism utilized today. Arginine is a amino acid, and it's got some mechanisms to it that it helps to release growth hormone. In my opinion, and in what appears to be in the medical journals, it's a very small amount, okay? But again, we are discussing things that incrementally, all put together, can help you increase your HGH. So I have to mention it. It is known to be effective. However, the measure of how effective is the point that I'm addressing now. It's a minimal effectiveness to it. But you can take it along with exercise, and it's been shown to help increase HGH. And these are obviously good things. So I think it's worth trying. Something else that helps is reducing your sugar intake. So it's obviously a naturally good thing to do, health-wise, to reduce your sugar intake. But it actually helps you with your HGH level. So refined carbs and sugar raise insulin levels. So reducing your intake may help optimize growth hormone levels. Insulin and growth hormone have a effect together, and it's not synergistic per se. So it's a pretty more in-depth mechanism of how the interaction of insulin and growth hormone work. In fact, you'll find professional athletes of many different sports and professional bodybuilders utilize insulin and growth hormone together to maximize their capabilities, their strength, their size, those types of things. And it's a pretty high-tech medicine today for the athletic community. okay? But on a smaller basis or on a more regular basis for regular folks like you and I, it will help. So you want to help regulate that insulin in order to help increase your HGH or your human growth hormone levels. So another thing is, don't eat a lot before you go to bed. Studies have shown that the body naturally releases significant amounts of HGH, especially at night. So this is a natural body mechanism that your body will utilize its sleep patterns to help recuperate. And part of recuperating is utilizing the HGH in the body. So it releases that HGH. Your body recuperates when it's resting, when it's sleeping, so that you can get up and go for the next day. This is not just in the form of exercise, but this is in form of stress, in form of everyday life. Okay, it's how your body works, it's how it functions. You can simply harness it and utilize it best when you do exercise. So that's what we're trying to do here. Okay. In particular, a high carb or high protein meal can spike your insulin. So there again, we're talking about insulin. That insulin, when it spikes, okay, reduces your growth hormone level. And that's not what you want. So it's one of the things you want to keep in mind. There's another supplement called GABA, okay, which can also assist. It's a known calming agent for your brain and the central nervous system. It's often utilized to help with sleep. But interestingly, it can also help increase your HGH. Now, again, we're talking about incremental things that you can do. We're not talking it's going to double or triple your HGH levels, okay? Naturally, that's just not likely to happen. It's not typically available to happen naturally. But again, incremental increases can certainly help with everyday daily functions for the natural athlete. One study found that taking a GABA supplement led to a 400% increase in HGH at rest and a 200% increase following exercise. So prior to bed is a good time, and immediately after exercise is a good time. So you want to check into that and utilize that. Exercising at a high intensity. Exercising at a high intensity is known to proliferate many different hormones in the body, and HGH is another one of them. So your body will feel the stresses of the high intensity exercise. And then what's going to happen is it's going to start a cascade of different hormone production and release that is going to be utilized to help the body recuperate. It's just natural processes of the body, and it's how the body operates. So if you're not exercising, you don't get the benefit of it, of that particular release function. So you want to exercise intensely. Don't just go in there and, walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and think that you've exercised, or think that you're really adding the most benefit to your body, because you're not, okay? It's better than doing nothing, and it's certainly a fabulous start. And I would highly recommend it for anybody that's doing nothing at this point. This is your start. Don't be discouraged if 10 minutes is all you can do. You'll eventually work your way up to where it's more beneficial. And your body, what's hard for your body is going to be less hard for somebody like me that's a trained athlete, or another body, perhaps intermediate or professional athlete or what have you. So you really want to take a look at your body and what's going to assist you. Okay, what is high intensity for me probably would not be able for you to do, or for 90% of the people to do. Okay, but that's okay. What's high intensity for some is not necessarily high intensity for others. You have to find out what's high intensity for you. Okay, and there's a popular YouTuber, Coach Greg. He says, "Work out harder than last time." So essentially, that's it. To get real basic. Okay, there's a whole lot more to it, but to get real basic, yeah, work out harder than last time. Okay, do more than last time, work harder than last time, sweat more than last time, go another couple minutes than last time. Okay, do those types of things, and it's going to help you increase your intensity. Use a little bit more weight than last time. Those things all help you increase your intensity. And when you increase your intensity, you increase your HGH output. So working out at high intensity is extremely beneficial. Repeated sprints, interval training, weight training, or circuit training seems to increase the HGH levels the highest. Okay, so these are some high intensity forms of exercise that if you're not doing, you may want to try.